mechanically cluttered and doesn't make a lot of sense. And it doesn't feel
just
like
for context here, everybody's opinion of Mario Party is good.
Apart from when Peach.
Well, it depends. Are we talking 9 and 10? Because that might sort of throw a wrench into things.
I'm just talking about any Mario Party.
Because 9 and 10 might as well be a different series because they're not really very similar.
You know, I'm probably not going to be the first person who's going to say this, but oh, I missed.
Oh, I missed.
Josh, are you still there? You said you were taking a break. Yep, he's gone. Okay. Do you know what 3DS capture he's talking about? I'd kind of like to see it for myself.
I mean, are there multiple kinds? Because I've only ever heard of one.
I think
that was the thing, is that I didn't know, like, the one that I've seen, I didn't think that guy was making anymore. So, is it, like, somebody reselling them?
I hope he knows that.
The one guy that I know of that made the capture cards, he said he couldn't do any more.
Luigi gonna win.
Yeah, because the one I'm looking at is only for the original 3DS.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Rock and roll.
Everybody cheating but Waluigi.
Yeah, let's go.
But I feel like I remember hearing one time someone telling me over a different Skype chat that I actually did the Do I Miss surprisingly well.
Say it. I'll be a judge.
Do I missed?
You do. You actually do.
Yeah, that's
quite good.
there.
It's one of those things where I don't know how I feel about being good at imitating this. I mean, I really do love, like, the German Wario, though.
I think in the Japanese version it was Do my god, not Do I
Yeah,
miss.
he said, I think he and Peach both say, oh my god. But, obviously they changed it.
Yeah.
I think most people will agree this is for the better. Because, I mean, you know, blasphemy is one thing, but on the other hand, Do I Miss? I just feel like that's so much more memorable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they're in the comments they're debating the quality of Sonic 4. And yeah, I kind of agree that episode 1 is meh. Episode 2 is actually pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the roller
Throw that on the box. Actually pretty okay.
Actually pretty okay. I'm back now, by the way.
I mean, it's definitely not Sonic 4 as I imagined it, but...
Yeah, I think the roller coaster level, I think that's such a clever idea for a concept, but it went on like a little too long, but it's still a very cool idea for a level.
It has bits and pieces of Sonic Adventure music in it with Twinkle Park.
Okay, I love this. There are 32 people on the stream right now. We've got 16 total votes, and it's 8 and 8 for Sonic 4 and Sonic Adventure. So here's what I'm going to do. The first person who can donate any amount of money and tell me what they want, that'll be next.
It's now gone 9. It's now gone 9 to Sonic 4.
Oh yeah, it is 9 for
If
Sonic
you
4
don't mind,
now.
Josh, can I see the 3DS capture that you're looking to get?
I haven't actually decided which one I'm looking to get yet. The one that's like super reliable has been out of stock since January, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to find a one that's already been modded by that same guy.
Okay, yeah, that's the same one that I was looking at here.
Yeah.
And this was only for the original 3DS that I was seeing here.
And Jax TH says, reminder that Little Planet is trapped forever. Well, you know, it kind of leads into episode 2, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, that Stardust Speedway thing they do, I forget if it's at the end of episode 1 or the beginning of episode 2, but that's such a cool transition.
It's episode metal.
Oh, okay. That's right. Now I remember.
Episode Metal was a cool but incredibly arbitrary idea.
It was hard. I remember that about it. I haven't played it in a long time.
Oh yeah, it was hard. I can't actually remember if I beat that. Like, I mean, not for lack of for lack of trying, but I swear, I think something in the back of my head's telling me like, oh, you went to play that, but you never actually finished it.
It's weird. I don't remember ever actually beating episode 2.
I mean, I know I beat.
I got to the final boss. I don't remember actually defeating it.
Okay, the thing that happened to me was that back when I first played episode 2, I played it on Steam, and back then, where I'm living now, I didn't have internet. So basically, for some reason, the achievements didn't work, and I played through episode 2 in one sitting, but so I didn't get the achievement. So
oh no.
So just because I played through episode 2 twice within a short period of time. And
all right, by the way,
that's weird.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that Steam's offline mode is really weird.
Yeah. Okay. Given the straw poll results, Sonic 4 has won 9-8, but Sonic Adventure will be right after Sonic 4 regardless. So they're both gonna happen. Waffle Warrior says there's an echo. That'll hopefully go away once we start actually getting into the game again. Now the welcome back, Pokemonologist. The bonus goal for Sonic 4 is a pretty big deal. So I'm actually going to make that one ratchet it up to 50 because it's not it's not just a little thing here. It's
Also, I request that at some point during the stream you change the little scrolling text to say "no way."
Why didn't I think of that?
Well, it's not my idea. Someone else in the chat said it.
That's very clever.
But I like the idea so much that I thought I'd tell you to do it because I think it's a good idea.
I could also make it scroll faster. That'd be better. Anyway, yeah, the bonus goal for Sonic 4 is if we gain at least 50 during Sonic 4, then the Sonic Advance series will get its own dedicated TGC episode, sort of like Donkey Kong Land did. Waffle Warrior says that their cat is fat. But yeah, either way, I'll still be... Just a random aside here. Either way, I'll still...
It's not Garfield, is it?
Either way, I'll still be talking about
random
Sonic
aside,
Advance.
I don't know what I want to hear more about this cat. How fat are we talking? Are we talking obese? Are we talking like plus 30?
Garfield.
Either way, I'll still like talk about Sonic Advance, but it'll be during one of like the wrap-up videos, so it won't be nearly as like an in-depth thing about it.
Okay, if you donate $5, we'll get the Waffle Warrior's cat on a exercise program.
Yo, $100 stretch goal treadmill for the cat.
I like it. I like it.
I don't know how much treadmills cost. Is it 100? Is it more?
I don't know. We got to factor in the fact it's supposed to be cat-sized here.
Oh, okay. 100 is probably good then.
Pokemonologist says that they'll fund it themselves if they can get in on the call. I don't know. I don't know if it sets a good precedent if I let you buy your way in.
Donate $5 now, and we will all go quack quack to the oil desert, Act 2 in time.
Sing the DuckTales lyrics to the tune of Oil Desert.
Yes.
But nonetheless, okay, Pokemonologist,
like
if you donate,
hurricane.
Pokemonologist, if you seriously donate that much, then I'll let you on. That's
there's air, cars, airplanes.
I kind of assume you're kidding though, because that is a lot. Kidding, not kitty, not like the fat cat. All right, here we go with everybody's favorite game.
Sonic 06?
Super Mario 64.
You mean you're just gonna let him buy his way in? You gotta be kidding me. Ah.
So what, we're playing Fire Emblem now?
Somebody said, let him buy his way in. America!
Capitalism.
Oh god, I haven't played. I literally have not played this game since last year's stream. Like, I looked on my Steam where it says, like, last played. It was, like, 6/25/14.
Well, it's probably been longer since I've played it. That's nothing.
I don't see why. This one's a real hot banger.
See, okay. I actually, it's kind of like a sort of groan-inducing thing, but I actually played it on the iPhone.
I played the Kindle version of this, which is basically the same as the iPhone version when I got my Kindle back 2 years ago.
Yeah, it has, like, a couple of different levels. Like, it has the...
Yeah, I got the minecart.
Yeah, the minecart and the score attack in the casino stage.
I actually feel like, as a Donkey Kong fan, I actually do think that the minecart could have been fun, but I didn't like the way they did it.
I did though play the Wii version before that, until it deleted my save file with all the Chaos Emeralds and everything.
Yeah, I played it on the Wii's first as well. I do feel kind of bad.
And then you didn't get episode 2.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I do feel kind of bad for all the Nintendo-only fans who never got to play episode 2.
I mean, they didn't even put episode 2 on the Wii U or anything. It's just kind of like, if you're Nintendo, like, to heck with you, boy.
Alright, I got a donation in.
I mean, they made up for it later with Sonic Boom, so
Yeah.
they
Oh yeah, they
got
just
theirs.
That Sonic boomed.
I received.
I swear.
Hang on just a second. I received a donation of $1 from Corey, who has made multiple donations now. So thank you very much, Corey.
He's back in the house.
Well, no, he lives in an apartment. Remember.
Well, he's back in the apartment then.
Let me go ahead and update that real quick, which will probably
Don't even
make the stream go all funky for a
Don't
second.
even get me started, by the way, because I will sing the Corey in the House theme if you keep doing that.
Okay, I will shut up now.
Don't even get me started.
I did not know until just now that Corey in the House had a theme.
It's a real. Never mind.
Well, you know, he's the new kid moving in, getting it done, and he's officially the candidate for having some fun. You better come to Corey.
And Tyler Fox did indeed just send me $50. So thank you very much, Tyler.
So, someone in the chat, post a YouTube video of the Corey in the House theme.
Before we do that, though, let's thank Tyler Fox here.
Yes.
Who just,
I mean, that's done it, right? That's hit it. Was that the goal?
yeah, that is the goal. So now the Sonic Advance series
Okay,
will get its own TGC episode.
It's is asking, how much will we have to pay for the Corey in the House critique? I will fund it myself if I have to.
Pokemologist, if you'll send me your Skype information, I'll get you on the call.
I wish I was in my studio right now so I could just have access to all my sound effects and music and whatnot to get in on here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It could be next year's April Fool's episode. You just have Corey in the House. It stinks. Roll credits.
Well, I'd hate to do that if somebody actually funded it or something like that.
No, it should totally be just you, like, reciting the theme song in complete deadpan.
Pokemologist says that the Skype name is Pokemologist, so yeah, give me a second to get them on.
You know, I'd love you to do it, but you would never do it. I'd love you to do the Pretty Cure games.
I don't know anything about the Pretty Cure games, but never say never. I mean, I'm eventually...
I vote Bubsy.
Alien Run.
I mean,
Alien Run. It's not strictly necessary to donate to get on the call. I just did it in this case because like Pokemologist said they would fund the entire bonus goal if they could get on. But no, I mean later on as people drop out and as people go, you've definitely got the next. Well, no, hang on. Definitive Dubs has the next spot that opens, and then you. because I know you comment on a lot of stuff.
I mean, I honestly have no idea how long I'm going to be around, so it could be a fair bit longer, or I could be gone within a half hour. I'm really not sure.
All right, I'm adding Tyler Fox to the group call. This is a lot of people at this point, by the way.
Oh, it's just a party.
Yep.
Yo.
Hello, Tyler.
Woo!
Hello.
Our goal needs to be to have more people in the call than in the chat.
Have the entire chat in here, and we just go crazy.
Well, there's only 30 people.
Hi,
I'm sure we
everybody.
can get.
we get everybody in and we just sing like choir style the Corey in the House theme.
And then we turn our speakers up so we can hear each other again and again and again.
That sounds obnoxious.
We just reverb.
Tyler, in all
we
honesty,
just-
thank you so much for doing that. That's really, really cool, and I really appreciate it.
Dude, when you've got disposable income like I do, it's pretty easy to toss money around. I plan on if I were ever to die, I'm going to leave all of my money to indie game developers.
Oh, hey, sweet.
I should become an indie game developer.
Well, I'm working on it, so show me the money.
Well, give me a few years to get a franchise opened up so I can start making cash.
Yeah.
Right now, all I'm sitting is well, my grandmother left me a couple $100 grand when she died. Sorry, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging.
Oh, don't worry, you probably deserve it.
Yeah, I wish my grandmother had money like that.
And that was only a third of it. The other thirds went to my aunts.
Yeah, the only money I've really got coming in nowadays is from the Geek Critique.
Us.
Me?
I do a little bit of
My
eBay
money-
sales, but not a whole lot. The majority of it's coming from the Geek Critique at this point.
How much do you actually like? Is there like a way you know how much you make per view?
Not so much per view. It depends a little bit on on like what kind of ads like happen to show up, and there's no way to really set that.
Didn't YouTube change something about it now taking into account watch duration?
Yeah. I have like 10 videos on my channel because I used to do videos, but I kind of gave up after things got too personal. Now I've just started rebooting it. I'm doing a Shenmue playthrough, and I eventually want to get better at editing. And the average duration is about 30 seconds per view.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
tends to happen with Let's Plays.
That's almost. I mean,
I don't know how to find, by the way.
I've been writing a
well,
script.
see, you
for
record a
analytics.
video. It's like
Tell me if this sounds like a good idea that I've been working on. I'm trying to, like, figure out why the FPS genre is as it is, and I've kind of nailed it back to GoldenEye.
Really?
Where that was, like, the first popular FPS that hit consoles that really did the multiplayer well. Before then, they were either single-player or controversial in some way that parents didn't want people buying them. But GoldenEye, well, that was an established franchise, and people kind of understood what that was, so people bought it for their kids, despite it being an M-rated game. And the multiplayer kind of was the first console multiplayer that really hit it off. And, well, as you know, with success comes imitation, and then we have Halo and Call of Duty.
Right.
But now things are kind of going in the other direction. Now that we've got the new Wolfenstein, the new Doom, Shadow Warrior got a reboot, and now a sequel.
As far as watch duration goes, like, even with most of my stuff, like, in the first... Like, aside from videos where they don't really do well outside of my own subscriber base, but, like, when new people find stuff, like, it seems like after about... Like, no matter what, after about 30 seconds, I've got maybe, like, 70% of the people who started watching it are still watching it. So I think there's a lot of people who just, like, come in and they hear my voice and they're like, no, fuck that guy. I'm not sitting through this.
I remember in your earlier videos you had quite the lisp that kept annoying me, but it seems to have gotten better.
Yeah, it's something that I've focused on being aware of. Although it does kind of bug me when people call it a lisp, because I don't think it's a lisp. Like, a lisp is this.
I wouldn't say it's a lisp.
This is...
Yeah,
I
it
suppose.
doesn't sound like a lisp to me, really. In fact, I didn't even notice any sort of speech impediment of any sort.
Maybe just heavy S emphasis, I don't know.
Yeah.
The secret is Josh is actually Klungo.
You can't get past that, can you? There you go.
Also, while we're
It's
sort
gonna
of like
restart
on
this
a
level. This is ridiculous.
somewhat related subject, I noticed that you unlisted the old Let's Play videos.
Yeah.
Well, something that always was curious to me is that since you have the classic channel, why didn't you re-upload them there?
Nobody ever asked, basically.
You have a classic channel?
Yeah, there's at the bottom of the main TGC channel. I don't use it very much. The main reason I set it up was because, like, when I covered the hacking contest last year, I didn't want, like, you know, I figure most people who subscribe to me at this point, and even at that point, subscribe to me for, like the scripted content. So I didn't want to, like, pollute their news feed with a bunch of, like Let's Play style content. So I set up a TGC Classic channel, which is, like, if you don't know, or like when TGC first started on YouTube, I was still in college. I didn't really have the time to make videos like this very often, like I do now. So I started out just doing Let's Plays, and shockingly, oh, I'm right back to where I was. Oh my god, freaking Sonic 4.
Well, I don't see there's anything wrong with Let's Plays. It's just they appeal to a certain kind of audience.
I mean, truth be told, I really do like the current content, but if it wasn't for the Let's Plays, I probably wouldn't be watching it today.
Really?
I think my first video I saw of yours was the Super Smash Bros. Retrospective.
The first one I ever saw was the Sonic Adventure Generations video, which I believe was the first one.
Yeah, that was...
That mod is amazing.
The first one I ever saw was called The Geek Critique, and there wasn't any video. It was two guys talking in a podcast. Hey, let me ask you something. What's the stretch goal here to bring back the podcast?
I'd be up for a podcast.
The thing...
I'd be down for a podcast.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, because doing the...
Aha! Gotcha now. Now you gotta do it.
No.
Josh, I have an idea for a stretch goal thing for this.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Sonic Generations Omochao Edition mod?
It's not... I don't think it's Sonic Generations. It's the Sonic...
Oh, no,
there's a Generations version.
There is a Generations version. It's not nearly as glamorous, let's say. I could tell you what it is, but I kind of don't want to. I don't want to at the same time.
It's a thing.
Okay.
And well, I think it would be hilarious.
So Alien Run 42 says, "Josh, you suck," and then he says, "At this game."
I'm not denying that.
Well, it's Sonic 4. You can't be good at Sonic 4.
I was at
thought
one
you were
time.
good.
I honestly was at one time. That's the sad part.
You guys want to hear a funny story about this game?
Real quick though, before that, as far as the
created.
podcast stuff goes, the thing about doing the podcast that I've always felt like is that I would need people to do it with me. But you all just said like, "Hey, I'd be up for a podcast," so
Yep.
you know, perhaps it is something we could bring back.
Yeah,
As long as I
Are
don't have to
you
pay my way
recording
into
this?
that too.
I mean, we just upload this,
Yeah.
cut it, print it,
Just
make all
pretend
the
it's
money.
just pretend it's a podcast.
yeah.
As
I
long as
also
I don't
like.
have to pay my way into the next one, I'm good.
Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and don't look at the game, and it's basically a podcast.
Pretty much.
Hey, everybody! Thanks for listening to the Geek Critique.
No, you're listening to
See,
all
we're
about
doing it right now.
Anyway, funny story about Sonic 4. You guys know that there's the Android version, right?
Yes.
Well, the Android version has kind of tilt controls, where if you hold the phone sideways, you can make Sonic run that direction, and then you only need a jump button. One time, my cat broke his leg and couldn't really run around, but he really likes my phone, so I just set my phone down with Sonic 4 running in front of him, and he actually beat the first level just tapping the screen.
That's amazing. I couldn't even beat the second level with a controller.
I'm
There's
not even kidding.
There's not a video of this, is there?
I wish there was.
If there was, you would be YouTube famous.
I would.
I have
I mean,
a
a lot of
video
shit
of
my
my
cats
cat
do
getting
make
stuck in
you
a plastic
famous.
bag and then
to be-
resigning and giving up and just going around in the plastic bag for a couple hours.
That would be interesting. A cat Let's Play channel.
I mean, to be fair,
With Kinect,
as-
that's possible. Did you know that Kinect has specific settings for detecting dogs?
I mean, one thing is, to be fair, as Twitch Plays Pokemon has proved, if you give a million monkeys a million computers, one of them's gonna figure it out eventually.
No, there's a goldfish. There's one where a goldfish played Pokemon.
How does
Oh, yeah,
that even work?
They said...
It kind of
Go ahead.
It kind of detected motion, I think.
Yeah, the camera they had set up was really, really close to its bowl, and every time the goldfish swam into certain segments of the bowl, it would press those buttons on the Game Boy.
Damn.
And it ran for months, and I think he actually got like at least like 2 or 3 badges.
One thing I was kind of sad didn't take off a bit more was Twitch Plays Mario Party.
I never saw that one.
They
Yeah,
did Twitch
well,
Plays Sonic Genesis. That didn't last long.
I mean, the reason, like, you didn't see it. That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of sad it didn't take off a bit more, because if there were more people, that would have been hilarious. Because it had separate inputs for like player 1, 2, and 3.
I see.
And then-
think.
And then player 4 is Luigi and doesn't have any inputs.
Well, I actually think it was computer control, but I get what you're
No,
saying.
that GIF was hilarious, by the way. I know what you're referencing.
I think it was a video first, though, wasn't it?
Probably, yeah. Most things are.
Like, I swear that is really funny. Other people have done it with other games in the series as well.
Josh, question for
Yeah.
you. What do you think is the most overpowered character in Smash 4?
Well, a couple weeks ago, I'd have said Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong got nerfed back to the frickin' mid-tier after the last patch.
Yeah, I feel like they were fine where they were at with the first Diddy Kong nerf.
And well, now Diddy Kong, well, only Zero still plays him. Oddly enough, Sheik didn't get touched and Rosalina got buffed.
Yeah, from what I hear nowadays, Sheik is supposed to be the high tier character.
Sheik, Rosalina, Pikachu, Luigi. Used to be Diddy, but he's out.
I haven't looked at it in a while.
a lot of people are-
Is Sonic still holding up there? I know he was considered pretty good in Smash 4.
Yes, he is still very good in Smash 4. They
What I
did give
find-
him a little bit of a nerf, though.
Yeah.
What I find hilarious is, wasn't Sonic considered absolute garbage at first?
He was in Brawl.
No.
He was considered to be...
In Brawl, he
Well, even in Brawl,
In Brawl,
I
he
think
was
really
kinda
early in
mid-tier.
Brawl, he was considered really low, but as the game changed... Somebody asked what the special stages are, so I'm going to go into one.
the special
they're
stages are
basically-
garbage and you shouldn't play them.
I
They're
agree.
basically Sonic 1, but instead of controlling Sonic, you control the stage.
It's Sonic Pachinko.
Oh, by the way, I think the person who asked what the... I think Alien Run was the person who asked about them, and he just said BRB.
Nice jump in there, by the way.
So I'm doing this for no reason, and thank you.
How
There
much
it is.
delay is on the stream between this and the Skype call? Because I muted the stream so it wouldn't feedback in my ears, and you're still in the middle of the casino level.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Right now, I'm on the end of level score tally.
Same here.
Yeah,
Yeah, right now you just got the special stage.
Let me reload.
Okay,
the
it just
Twitch
faded to
stream,
black.
that'll help.
Loading screen. Special stage.
yeah, you guys are gonna be a little bit behind real time, just because you're still on the Skype.
Well, yeah, I'm just helping
That's
them
better.
gauge.
Okay, I
Yeah.
reloaded it. Now we're in the special stage.
It's just
Yeah, I'm
I
at
figure as long as
130
we're not playing like
111 at the
against each
stage.
other, it's really no big deal.
Also,
Apparently, I'm an entire stage behind.
oh my god, the background.
Yeah, you're still in a Death Egg Zone.
Really? Death Egg Zone? Are you sure?
Yo, we got good internet over here.
Ah,
That'd be pretty amazing.
I was in Death Egg Zone like 30 minutes ago.
Okay, here's my advice: unplug your computer,
special
take it to Best Buy, and go buy a new computer. I hated the gimmick in like the 6th special stage of this one where you kept running out of time.
Yeah.
That was so annoying.
Oh, I remember these being a pain in the butt.
Yeah, like I already didn't like the Sonic 1 special stages, and now you've made them even worse.
At least Taxman fixed them.
Well, but you also can't win the first one by not touching any buttons anymore.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Oh, am I gonna get it? Nope, I'm not gonna get it. Oh well, I don't care.
You know, I will commend them for using the Sonic 1 stages and not the Sonic 2 like every other game after it.
Oh well, don't worry.
I want my
Episode
blue
2
Yeah,
sphere,
comes.
damn
episode 2
it.
brings that back.
Yeah, episode 2 uses
Find
Sonic
which
2.
ones it-
Man, too bad we never got an episode 3. I would have loved to see HD Blue Spheres.
I know, right?
Not that fan game. That fan game's kind of bad.
I'm just kind of depressed because episode 2 is where it stopped being so like, yeah, me too.
Would you
it's
say it
like-
left you with Blue Spheres?
No, I wouldn't say that
I'm
at
sorry,
all.
that was a terrible joke.
I wouldn't even consider saying that. Go think about what you've done.
Sorry, that joke was bad.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's disappointing too, though, because like like you say, Episode 2 was where they proved, no, we can make a pretty good 2D Sonic game. But by that time, I think the Sonic 4, like...
I just wish the partner gimmick wasn't forced on you.
Yeah.
I think if I had to wager a guess, Episode 1 dug the grave and Episode 2 couldn't get out
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of of explaining what I was trying to figure out how to say.
Like, if Episode 2 had been Episode 1, maybe it would have been... I mean, granted, we probably still would have seen a lot of backlash because, you know, Sonic 4 is You Truly Imagined It and all that.
You want
But
Sonic 4
Miley
is You Truly
Cyrus
Imagined
twerking
It?
says Sonic 4 makes me twerk extra hard.
What?
Good for you. I have a feeling that's a joke account because the username...
That reminds me of a Sonic Generations Let's Play I once watched, where the guy was doing a ridiculous joke where he played classic Green Hill with the Splash Hill Zone music and Sonic with having the homing attack, just to annoy people.
We were talking earlier about Sonic 2 Dimps Edition, which came out around the same time as Sonic 4.
I remember that.
Speed boosts and pits. Just speed boosts and pits.
I might try to play that video later for people who haven't seen it.
And it also
Dimps
had
is actually a decent game company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really never sure how much of this is their like incompetence versus just really bad design choices from someone.
I think they keep trying to make a Sonic game that they feel like the way they should be from an outside looking in. I don't think they actually have ever played a Sonic game collectively.
I just feel like they use the Sonic, like when they first announced this and it was like Sonic 4, that's freaking awesome. This is what we waited for. This is gonna be so awesome. I was so optimistic about it, and even playing it for the first time, I remember I didn't hate it, but like, and a lot of people hated it. By the way,
I mean, yeah,
You know what
my
I
opinion.
thought was depressing about Sonic
what's
4?
that?
The Wii never got Episode 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we went over that.
I mean, literally, I was excited for this game. I was excited for this game.
Yeah.
I mean, even the first time I played it, my opinion was basically just meh. Like, I wasn't super disappointed or anything, but at the same time, I wasn't impressed.
My god, the section with the bridge of playing cards. I die more times on that than I care to admit.
Yeah, I died quite a bit there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if they hadn't called it Sonic 4, if they'd called it something else, then people would have probably been a little bit, like, well, not a little bit, they would have been a lot more forgiving of what a flawed experience it is.
I'd be alright if they called this Bubsy 4.
That would have been fine, yeah.
What if they would have called it Sonic Rush Arcade?
Yeah, they should
put
have
it on
called
the
it Bubsy
360.
4. They should have called it Bubsy 4. I mean, after all, what could have possibly gone wrong?
Like,
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that.
Well, Bubsy 3D.
Somebody
is
had
art.
to.
like if I remember right, this game wasn't, when it was originally like starting development, it wasn't gonna be Sonic 4. It didn't have that name, but like they added that to it as basically just as a marketing thing, but to capitalize on the.
What's really, really weird about Dimps is that Sonic Advance actually played a lot like the Genesis games.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want to give away too much of what I'm going to talk about in Sonic Advance now that I have to do a whole video on it.
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm just I just don't want to give it away.
I mean,
I like how that's entirely my fault.
I mean, it's just weird because it's like, how do we go from that? I mean, I think it might be a different staff.
It might be. I don't know. I'll try to do some research into it. I
What's your
suppose.
favorite of the Sonic Advance series?
I'm not going to answer
Don't
the
say
question
Sonic
yet, but
Battle,
you guys
it's
can.
cheating.
I think 2 is fun for speed running, but for just general Sonicness, I like the original more.
I love the mechanics of 1, the music of 2, and the level design of 3, but collectively they all have their flaws. I hate getting the Chaos Emeralds in 2 because it's near impossible.
I
Oh,
hated
fuck
it
those
all.
special rings.
I hated it in all of them. I've never gotten the Chaos Emeralds in any of the Advance games.
It's not so bad in 3 because you don't have to deal with every single character, and you just have to find 3 Chow per stage on
I don't
most
know, it's
stages.
There just eventually reaches a point where I'm like, I could be doing something different with my time right now.
If it had Supersonic and like you could use them anywhere, it'd be kind of worth it. But just for some extra crappy level, it's not the value isn't there.
I mean, it doesn't help that in like the first Sonic Advance, it tried to do like the fake 3D. I mean, I know Sonic always does that, but man, it is hard to tell where you and the rings are in relation to each other.
I'm glad they brought back Zero from Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, that was weird.
Actually, I actually loved those special stages. It's just getting to them was a pain.
Yeah. The Sonic Advance 2, I actually didn't mind the special stages. Yeah, it's just that
Getting to them.
I'm not ashamed to say I used a code breaker to get those.
they basically, it's like this. You have to jump through like 7 hoops just to get there, and then they have the gall to tell you, "Oh hey, play through this special stage too."
Play F-Zero.
Also, if you mess up, you got to collect those rings again.
If you think about it, they're basically the Sonic CD special stages minus the water hazard.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Sonic CD special stages. It's just that it feels like for all the trouble you have to go through to actually get to the special stages, you ought to just get the emeralds right then and there.
Yeah.
I do not quite remember where I'm supposed to go here, by the way. I think it's
up.
Yeah, up.
Just hold right.
You know where you're supposed to go?
You're supposed to go fast.
I like how 2 of you guys at the same time made the same joke.
Yeah, you have to. You gotta.
For me, I personally like Sonic Advance 3 and 2. I'm not so... although Sonic Advance 1 is good, I'm not as a fan of it as I like this, because I really love 2's bosses, and I really just really like 3 in general.
I like 2's bosses.
The reward in Advance 2 for getting all the Chaos Emeralds was with every character was being able to play as Amy.
Yeah, what a reward.
Ball attack.
I actually, oh god, I lost my train of thought here. I had something to say.
Did somebody suplex your train of thought?
Yes.
So what would you say your favorite levels are in each of the Sonic Advance games?
Sunset Hill was amazing.
God, I don't know.
And any ice level, I'm the one person in the world who likes ice levels.
Sonic Advance 1, I like the ice level, Ice Mountain, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, Ice Mountain, Snow Mountain, one of those.
Yeah, Sonic Advance 2, it was Music Plant,
yes.
And mix of
Music Plant gave me some bad flashbacks to Rayman 1.
Can see one.
To Bandland.
I could never beat Bandland. I have never beat Rayman 1.
I don't think I've ever even played Rayman 1.
I like
pretty niche.
Yeah,
I liked him.
I used to know a girl who was like insane about it, and like it was like her favorite video game. It was she had it on the PlayStation. But
every time you would bring it up, she would start screaming. She was crazy.
I remember liking Rayman 1, but I don't think I ever beat it.
But I have played and beaten both Origins and Legends.
I don't like Origins, but I love
video
Legends.
games.
I still need to beat Origins. I don't know why I haven't.
I don't know why, because they're so similar, but I don't like Origins, but Legends is amazing.
I did get really upset at Ubisoft when they delayed Legends on the Wii U.
Okay, this is kind of unrelated. Is it pronounced?
I got upset at them when they said it wasn't going to be Wii U exclusive anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't have cared if it was just that it was going to be Wii U exclusive, but the fact that they delayed it for like 8 months to bring it to the other platforms at the same time, like...
That was kind of a dick
I know
move.
people who bought a Wii U just for that game, you know? They got it for that. They got it that Christmas, and then like 2 months later, and they announced this like a week before the game was supposed to come out. That we're just gonna hold it. The game's done, but we're gonna hold off on it for months.
I mean, I'm the kind of person who just gets consoles right away because I know there's going to be games for them eventually. Hell, I bought an Xbox One to play Dead Rising 3 and then was seriously disappointed when it came to PC.
I feel like that's a problem with a lot of consoles nowadays, is that there needs to be some better exclusives, in my opinion.
Hey, at least...
And I can see the argument there, but then I also hear
Ratchet
people who
Clank.
hate that idea, like, stop having exclusives. That's not good for the consumer.
Yeah, but exclusives, then there's no point of having game consoles.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason to have a console is to play multiplayer with people that aren't so serious about buying a PC and all that. So for that reason, I'm happy that I have like both an Xbox One and PS4.
Even when you remove PC from the equation, I mean, I am a PC gamer.
Arkham Origins or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, even when you remove PC from the equation, you still need a reason, some pretty good reasons to buy one console over another.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank.
And I
is my
think it
reason.
is the ease of use and the price over one or another, and that's going to be the reason to own those.
Yeah.
Because if it's going to be something like, you know, better games or better graphics, then it's always going to be PC
$599
every
US
time.
dollars.
$599 US.
Oh god.
I had
yeah.
to make that joke.
I swear when the PS3 and the Wii and the 360 were all coming out, I remember those times well.
I kind of just realized we've all basically been ignoring the chat.
Hi,
Well, at
chat.
least I have an excuse. Yeah, what's...
Well, I mean, there's one guy asking about, like, they're talking about Bubsy, and we already went over Bubsy. We decided it's a great idea because nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, I did see somebody
remember,
asking if I'm
Bubsy
going to
is
do a
art.
Bubsy retrospective.
Bubsy is art.
To be honest, I think that'd be great for like an April Fool's thing.
As long as you
No,
remember
see,
to play
here's
the
what
Jaguar
you do. Bubsy
version.
retrospective. You hit the camera on yourself and you say, "You want me to do a what?" And then credits. Done.
Brilliant.
No, he needs to say, "You want me to do a Bubsy retrospective? Well, what could possibly go wrong?"
I like it.
Can't write a better
I
joke
like
than
it.
that. We're done here.
If you do a Bubsy retrospective, all you should do is just put the cartoon promo over it, and that's it. That's all the game is.
At this rate, this is going to devolve into Sonic 2 Special Edition.
You're implying that this is something we don't want.
Sonic 2, Sonic 2, Sonic 2.
Have you ever actually seen that video series? of the
I have
Sonic
not
Special
watched it,
Edition?
but I am well aware of what it is.
I watched
is-
through the whole thing like just a couple months after it originally went up. It was one of the first Let's Plays I can ever remember
put the
seeing.
effort to make that full acapella Mystic Cave remix in there.
I love that thing, yeah.
Didn't they use that a cappella version for the Mystic Caves in modern in that the Sonic Hacking contest?
They did, because they didn't make the modern level, so they just put you with that with the no way screen.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I'm trying to figure out what my favorite Sonic Generations mod actually is. It's probably the Unleashed mod.
Well, that's kind of a gimme.
Well, yeah, but it's really well done. That and Unleashed sucks, so it's good to just be able to play the good bits of it.
Yeah.
Well, then
I
don't
mean-
you mean half of Unleashed sucks?
No, I mean 3/4 of Unleashed sucks. Those
Oh,
hub
yeah.
stages were terrible, and dealing with those on-rails QuickTime events were terrible.
Well, plus you gotta take into consideration like it's not just the number of levels; it's the time you spend playing as the Werehog.
Yeah.
Which those
don't-
levels take a lot longer than the day stages.
That
I don't-
Chip is the single worst character I've ever seen.
Who is?
I don't know. Let's not say anything we don't regret. There's still Big, Marine the Raccoon, and
I actually
Oh,
love Marine. The idea of
I mean,
having
I
an
don't-
Australian character in the Sonic series is amazing.
yeah, I mean, I don't mind her either, but I'm just saying, let's take
How can you
account
not
into
love? And you have to love Big because you got to remember who voices Big. Duke Nukem.
No, Marine is fine. I
And
agree
original
with
the
that.
character, do not steal.
But the thing about Marine is, when I saw Sonic Boom and I saw Styx, I'm like, oh good, Marine's coming back too.
Everybody thought
Right?
that.
What?
Literally everybody thought that.
Why design a new
I
character
just-
for that spot?
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
Because they wanted
How
to
do
make
you-
the single most annoying voice-acted character they could.
it's like,
They wanted to top Charmy.
like, how do you
Top Charmy.
like, how do you design something that's basically Marine and then say it's not Marine?
Froggy.
When you make Shadow, that's how.
I like how there's how one of you guys is just sitting there talking as Big.
I'll be honest.
Oh god damn it.
Oh yeah, and then
Jax
there's,
TH
and
says
then there's
he's got frogs of steel.
Well, that's enough
honest.
streaming for one day, guys.
That
I'll be
was, that was
I'll
the
be
best
honest.
joke I've heard all week.
I'll be honest. Big the Cat would probably be a bunch better if he was actually just Duke Nukem.
That would be
I'd buy an
amazing.
entire big game if it was Duke Nukem.
Froggy.
I would buy a whole lot of games if it was just Duke Nukem.
I came here to destroy robots and catch fish, and I'm all out of bait.
Holy shit! Somebody make a Duke Nukem Forever mod. Put Big as a playable character now. I don't care if it's a Duke Nukem 3D mod. Just do
We
it.
were just giving this year's Sonic Hack contest all kinds of ideas.
Too bad probably nobody's watching.
You know, you know what we need now? We need a Sonic
Also-
the Very Useful Engine 2 with Tails' face as Ringo Starr.
I hate this
Also-
puzzle, by the way.
Also, we can't forget Charmy either.
Do any of you ever actually play some of the Sonic fan games that are out there?
Oh, yes.
And I mean the actual ones that are competent.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
played
forward.
a dating sim with Sonic once. It was all right.
I'm looking
I've-
forward to.
I think I
classic-
got forced to play one of those once, and it ended really weird, and I don't want to talk about it.
What was it? Eggman hates furries?
No.
I don't know, but Tails is real cute.
Because that one ends weird.
Well, yes, that one does end weird, but at least it's a good game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think my favorite Sonic fan game I've seen is Sonic Roboblast 2.
Oh,
Call me a
Sonic
masochist if you want.
The two I'm
I
looking
love
forward
Sonic
to.
Roboblast 2.
Did you say it was
Two
the
I'm
worst or
looking
the best?
Also. I love it.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
just, it's really hard.
It is. Like, I remember... I originally played that. Like, that game has been in development for a long time. I originally played it in, like, 2002, and I was like, oh my god, the Sonic community is capable of this. This is insane.
It's running on the Doom engine, that's the funny part.
Yeah. Okay, I'm...
Oh,
you guys
also,
talk. I'm going
didn't
to
somebody-
concentrate for a while and try to figure out this
Did-
puzzle.
Didn't somebody make a mod of Doom that was actually like Sonic themed, like called Bots on Mobius or something?
I think so, actually.
So,
Also,
Jesus.
the two fan games I'm looking forward to, I hope they get completed, are Classic 2 and Overture.
Oh, I
Overture
can't-
looks beautiful.
oh, I
I'd
can't
love
wait
to
for
see that
Classic
get
2.
completed.
I almost had it there.
Doom's a real good game, though.
I mean, I know of another Sonic fan game that I probably shouldn't talk about.
What's that?
There's several out there.
One of these days I'll pass this puzzle, I swear.
It keeps happening.
I'm half tempted to load up my copy of the game just to see if I can figure out the combination.
Well, I know the combination, I just keep mistiming it.
I honestly prefer the minecart level in the mobile version to this.
I like everything else about this stage except for this part of it.
Yeah.
The mobile version of Sonic 4 was weird. It's like, why did it have two unique levels? Was it just because they couldn't be
Because-
done on mobile?
Because I think they were in the original version of the game before it got retooled.
Mhm.
And for some reason, they kept it in the mobile version.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. The game actually the game actually leaked a little bit early. To
As all games do.
As all games do to like JTAG 360 owners. It was originally supposed to come out, I think, in like June of 2010. But people with JTAG 360s like leaked it and talked about how crappy the minecart stage was. And like that's about the time the game got delayed, and they
That's
retooled some of the
interesting,
stages.
Actually. I've never heard of a game getting delayed and retooled because of the opinions of hackers.
I know, right? I mean, who knows? Maybe it was going to be done anyway, but... Oh, damn it.
Maybe. You know,
I love
Sega
the
giving
fact
a
that
fuck.
I know
don't
that
think
I'm
we'll ever
like
see
a
that
minute
again.
or so behind in the stream, and then he's still complaining about not getting past this puzzle. I have a lot to look forward to here.
I will alert you when I bypass the puzzle.
So
This is one of the longest times I've
end.
ever been stuck on it, but it's because I keep talking and not trying to pass it.
this fourth torch on the end is just bringing down the one that's blocking you, right? Like, is there anything else that is? Oh, it's also bringing down the one that you're standing
Yeah,
on
yeah.
to get up. Okay.
Wait a minute. So this is an Ocarina of Time.
I actually don't like Ocarina of Time that much.
Shots fired.
Better.
Unpopular opinions time once again.
What? I think Majora's Mask is a better game.
It is.
Oh,
I
okay,
think
yeah,
it-
that's a viable. I heard that a few times today.
Yeah, we were talking about
I mean-
this like way back when I was playing Sonic 1.
I mean, for its time, Ocarina of Time did some great things, but it's just become so standard. It's literally the cliche of action RPGs.
I'm brute
And that's
forcing this
probably
thing
not
at this
fair
point,
to
by
say
the way.
of Ocarina,
It's
since
never
it
going to work.
was, you know, like it came early on and inspired all that to become, you know, the standard.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I guess you can't really appreciate as much in the modern day.
Josh, stop hitting the third torch until the last bit, because that way it won't slide out until you're ready to go through.
The third
Oh, he
torch
just wants to.
from the left?
He just wants.
The third torch, if you go left to right.
Okay.
Hit that one last.
I mean, he just wants to delay it. He's just enjoying our Zelda discussion so much.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
He's doing it on purpose.
That almost worked.
Masochist.
And on that note, I actually did like Skyward Sword.
Okay, I need to
Monster.
delay it a little more.
No, I've never played Skyward Sword. I've only, the most recent Zelda game I've played is Twilight Princess.
So Skyward Sword has one of the best boss fights in the entire series, but
And which one would that be?
the
the one where you're
ancient
facing the
cistern,
giant.
where you have the giant knives, and
I
it gets to a
know.
point where you don't even have to worry about the boss's weakness. You just pick up his weapons and beat the crap out of him, and it's really satisfying.
On the next
But
episode.
the rest of that game is real bad.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, Josh continues to try to solve the puzzle.
I can't wait for Dragon Ball Super.
Me either.
I can't. That's gonna be awesome.
I
Dude,
feel
you
like I
gotta
should
get
probably.
time out.
I feel like I should probably watch Dragon Ball at some point.
Get ready for 3 solid months of becoming the most depressing kind of fanboy.
Well, I already mentioned my opinion on Nintendo, right?
Probably, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Funny
just-
enough, I was actually there for that, but I had the stream playing over my phone as I was driving home.
Oh, so you actually have a data plan?
Fancy.
Data plan.
Oh yeah.
The day that I can manage to find some way
Yay!
to get
Sorry.
unlimited data without throttling will be.
2,000 years later, 6
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new.
And you won.
And now we get to
Here
catch
at
up to
the
the
top, I'm
screen,
all
and it'll
out
be
of
like 2
time
minutes later we see him do it.
Continue
Can you hurry
enduring
it
me
up
failing
and-
to solve the puzzle over and over again. Oh god, I'm about to run out of
Hurry it
time
up.
now.
SpongeBob.
You're not gonna get a time over.
Can you hurry it up? I'm running out of time cards.
This old SpongeBob, but it kind of came back with the release of Splatoon. Seriously, read any Miiverse posts. I guarantee you 1/5 of them are about classic SpongeBob.
6.5 hours later.
I swear though, I don't care. Like I don't think I'm gonna find a lot of differing opinions, but seasons 1 through
1. Dead.
seasons 1 through 3 were comedy gold, and I will fight anyone who claims otherwise.
Seasons 1 through 3. If what? No, I missed the beginning
The
of this.
first half of the first season kind of took a little bit of getting used to, but after they established the characters and kind of the in-jokes, it became just some of the best things to watch. I find it really interesting to go back and watch cartoons you didn't really fully absorb as a kid. If any of
Yeah.
you ever have the time, I highly recommend going back and watching Animaniacs, especially if
Oh,
you've
yeah.
ever done
I
any
had a
research
feeling-
into the film industry.
I had a feeling that's what you were gonna say. Yeah, Animaniacs has a lot of adult humor of all sorts.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And-
Animaniacs, like, I watched it when I was a kid, and I thought it was dumb, and I didn't get it. But watching it now, I'm like, oh.
In fact,
I
there was
love that show.
In fact,
I
there was one.
appreciate it to an absurd level. I originally planned on being a film major when I went to college, and just some of the shit I learned just popped up in random tidbits in each episode, and it was really weird. It was kind of surreal.
Yeah, the one thing is that the whole adult bonuses thing kind of screwed them up with another show that they did. Any of you guys know what I'm talking
Is it
about?
Pinky and the Brain?
No, it's same people,
Right.
but different show. I'm gonna wait a sec. I want to see if the chat knows what show I'm talking about.
That reminds me of the entire episode of Pinky and the Brain where they were basically parodying how hard it was to work with the person who inspired his voice actor.
Yeah, you have Freakazoid, I think, was from the
By the
film.
way,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
it's
the path-
It's Freakazoid.
I think the path I took that second time completely bypassed the puzzle.
Yeah.
Because I think I started from the
The thing-
beginning.
The thing about Freakazoid, though, is that they basically got no child audience with that show. Like, adults loved it, but kids weren't into it.
Oh, I missed that show. Damn it, Spielberg. Why couldn't you have continued it?
Sriracha,
Yeah,
sorry, not to interrupt the discussion, but
Go ahead.
Srirachi Jirachi asked what other Sonic fan games I liked. Most of the ones that I played, like, I know that Like nowadays, the fan games are, you know, like actually actually good games in their own right. But most of the ones I really remember are.
Is this gonna turn into when Tails gets bored?
That is exactly what I was gonna bring up. Yeah. That's amazing. I loved when Tails gets bored when I was younger. Like, you know, I was like 12 years old or so when that game came out. So I thought it was just the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen. Like, ha ha ha, he stole his shoe.
Also, since we were on the subject of Freakazoid, I have to say it. Laugh with me, Jocko! That's pretty much a running gag in my family is to quote that bit.
By the way, that right there was the 5th time I've died now since the marathon began. I died once in Sonic 1, once in Sonic 2, once in Sonic CD, and not at all in Sonic 3.
Well, at least in this game, you can't go 5 seconds without hearing the 1-up jingle.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's even an achievement for hitting 999 lives.
Because judging by this playthrough, it's almost like he doesn't play video games.
Yeah.
Oh god, seeing this bit right here reminds me of a hack I saw for Sonic 1, where it's literally just the falling segment of Labyrinth Zone over and over. Well, a MIDI of the Offspring song of that plays for about 3 minutes until the game ends.
Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about that one hack, and it has like this poorly like this sort of, I mean, about as well as you could,
This
but
super
poorly
compressed.
Yeah. Oh, I know that one.
That one is so good.
I think that has something to do with Mega G-Wolf in some capacity.
You watch Mega G-Wolf? I fucking love that guy.
I know Egg on Toast Edition does.
Egg on Toast is from his stream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Egg on Toast is definitely Mega G-Wolf.
As long as you don't play the Thomas edition, I'm fine.
We were talking about that earlier.
Sonic,
I'm pretty sure
Useful Engine is the best hack ever.
I'm pretty
putting it out there.
I'm pretty sure that Egg on Toast Addiction actually has a Thomas skin as an unlockable.
It does, and you can also play as the other characters that guys made, like Pantufa the cat. Anything Vada Pega makes is just brilliant and absurd, kind of like anything Sinisu
Yeah,
makes.
man. Vada Pega was actually in the chat earlier.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because
I would have said hi.
Because me and Shay and Kovar were talking about.
We both used to be mods on G's Minecraft server.
Yeah, we actually like organically managed to turn the topic of conversation to the Thomas, the very useful engine, and that's when I noticed, like, wait a minute, Vada Pega's here. I think, aren't you the one that made that? And he's like, yep.
I wonder why he'd be here of all places.
Not
to quote, not to discredit your popularity.
Yeah, who even watches this stuff?
I think it might be because he likes Sonic.
Never heard of him, and he cheats too.
I have a feeling it's probably Sonic related.
Well, I accidentally went into the special stage. Damn it. I did post that I was doing this on Sonic Retro shortly before I started, so he might have come in from there. And I think I might have seen him in the stream last year, but it's been a while.
I kind of miss what Sonic Retro used to be. It's kind of wound down quite a bit. The forums are still pretty active, but...
Are you saying you wish Sonic Retro would go retro?
Yes!
It's
now
Sonic
I usually go to the Sonic Stadium instead.
It's Sonic Retro as you truly imagined it.
Oh, God.
I actually, just registered there. I have no idea why I didn't sooner, because I've just lurked constantly.
I usually lurk there. I usually don't use forums that much. I find it to be a very inconsistent method of communication.
Forums are kind of old school. There aren't a whole lot of communities that are even remotely based around them anymore. The only ones I still go on, I go on Sonic Retro. I occasionally go on Sonic Eats Rings, which was an offshoot of the Moogle Cavern.
I mean...
And I posted DK Vine quite a bit.
You should play Sonic Spinball.
Yes.
Somebody said that earlier, too. Somebody said, how do you still have so much energy after over 7 hours? God, has it been over 7 hours? Jeez.
I don't think so. Didn't you start around... What time is it where you are?
I don't know. I can't look at the... Hang on, I can see this. It is
I voted
8:53 p.m. So I started at 2.
He's been doing that Sonic speed.
So yeah, he's right. It has been about 7 hours now.
Wait a minute, you're
Also-
Eastern time?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were Central for some reason.
Nope.
I'm Central. Then again, I'm in Minnesota. This place sucks. You can
Also-
literally get sunburn and frostbite on the same day.
You can freeze while you get tanned.
I am not even kidding. The weather here is bipolar as fuck.
I forgot how hard this boss was, by the way.
Don't drown.
6.5 hours later.
God damn it.
You convinced me I need that on a soundboard or something.
Yeah, there's a video and it has like all of like the time cards from SpongeBob, so I just had that like on cue.
You just had that ready before the stream even started because you knew you were gonna need it.
Well, playing Sonic 4, you're gonna need it.
We could play Labyrinth and it'd be even more appropriate.
Well, this is Lost Labyrinth. Totally different.
I've speedrun Labyrinth before, believe it or not. There's actually a way to completely break the game to get the spin dash to go exactly where you want to go.
Also, I vote next game Sonic Jam on the Gamecom.
I've actually been trying to hunt down a copy of Sonic Jam for the Saturn.
That's
I
pretty
swear.
rare.
Bit of,
Sonic
that's a collector's item I've been hunting for a while.
On that note, I remember the local
Question
game
for all of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have any of you ever seen Running and Empty: The Sonic Files by Unknown Archive?
Yes.
Or its
Yeah.
sequel?
I have not.
That is some of the funniest shit I have ever seen, but that guy is just messed up.
Yeah.
It's very
Opinionated.
That's a that's a good way of putting it. And I think a lot of people.
I mean, I love it.
A lot of
It
people
makes
got
me
very
laugh. I don't agree
offended
with
by
most
his
of it, though.
opinions and his way of presenting them, and it's very profane for that matter too. But I did enjoy it.
I don't find it offensive. I just find it hilarious because this guy is. If the normal Sonic fan base are hardcore Democrats, this guy is Rush Limbaugh.
Great, now we made this whole thing political.
That's about the best metaphor I can make. And I think it fits.
You know, on the note of like just really random Sonic games, I think a local store of mine still has a copy of Sonic Pocket Adventure, but the Neo Geo Pocket Color that was traded in with it was sold like months ago, and I'm like, I want to get this, but I don't have the system.
No,
to
dude,
play
it doesn't
on.
matter. Go get that game.
Just buy it so you can justify emulating
Yeah.
it.
Just buy it so you send it to me.
I'll be honest, I don't really emulate that. That's not my style.
Yeah, no worries.
Emulators are a godsend. I can play Dreamcast games on my phone.
Okay.
So I guess you'll be playing Sakura Wars then.
Actually, I'm doing a playthrough of Shenmue right now.
Yeah.
It's on my
is
YouTube channel if any of you give a shit.
No, go for it, man. Plug your stuff. I don't care.
I would plug my stuff if I had any stuff to plug.
And I
That
would
sounds
plug my
dirty.
stuff and I would plug my stuff if it weren't for
Well,
the fact that I haven't done a
gotta
show in
make
a
it.
month and a half.
You gotta freaking make it dirty.
Because I'm just trying to find my start on YouTube, and it's not easy.
No.
No.
No, not the slicers.
That's right. On that note, like, programming is just both the most satisfying and most frustrating thing ever.
If only my brain had any sense of logic in its operation, I could do programming. But instead of doing A, B, C, D, I do D, F, Q, L, 3.
I knew that was going to happen, and
And
I was worried
Knuckles.
about it.
Oh my god, it's a giant enemy crab. That's where I'm at in the stream.
You just,
Kingler.
you just
Ridge
sit.
Racer!
It's like you sit at a computer screen for like weeks trying to figure out what's going wrong and then fix your problem by sheer accident.
If you tried talking to a rubber duck, I hear that works.
What are you, VK Me's?
I like how VK Mees is like becoming an infamous part of my channel now. Like people know who he
Is
is.
BK Mees? I'm honestly not sure. I've only heard of it.
What's that?
He is he who must not be named. Except we've already named him several times.
Yeah. No, I always sort of mentally say VK Mize. I'm not exactly sure.
He who must not be named. That reminds me of the most ludicrous piece of fan art I've ever seen. It's a picture of that happy moment when Voldemort finally finds a Coke bottle with his name on it.
VK Mies is a guy who comments. The first time I remember like having any interaction with him was actually during the last Sonic Marathon last year, where he would stay in the chat and all he talked about was the video game and the cartoon series, but mostly the video game. He just talked about DuckTales endlessly.
Woo!
To the point that I eventually just ended up playing a little bit of DuckTales Remastered when I had the Wii U set up.
I actually love that game.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad game,
Good game.
but
It's really good.
but
Yet now everybody's asking for Chippendale Rescue Rangers remastered.
I prefer.
I don't know
Darkwing-
why.
I prefer Darkwing Duck remastered. In all honesty,
Which version?
Yeah.
in any case,
the NES one. Is there other ones?
There's
Like,
a
I mean,
version of it for the TurboGrafx 16
Oh yeah,
CD,
yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah. I feel like wasn't that one not very good at all?
I don't know, ask James Rolfe.
but ever
Well,
since last year,
apparent-
VK Mies has commented on, I'm pretty sure every single video I've posted, making some reference to DuckTales. It's like his thing now, and it's hilarious. I always enjoy seeing him.
That's brilliant.
Like Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, this game's okay, but it needs more ducks. Like helicoptery hair is pretty cool, but a pogo bounce would have been a lot better.
You seen the DuckTales theme with actual ducks?
No, I haven't seen that.
That's something you need to watch. It's brilliant.
That sounds like a good time.
We did watch Finnish DuckTales. Like the
Finnish
Finnish
version of
version of the
DuckTales?
DuckTales theme song.
So whenever the DuckTales theme gets stuck in my head, it's always the Finnish version. Like,
Oh,
my brain is
God.
broken until I die.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's too bad VK Mies
That
isn't here right
sounds
now. He'd
absurd.
probably love all this attention.
Good.
Well, the best time to give attention to an attention whore is when they're not around.
So wait, do you guys talk about me when I'm not around?
All the
Oh
time.
dear.
Like, every day.
Like the secret is we actually know each other personally.
Right.
We didn't let you know that, and we basically spend every waking hour talking bad about you behind your back.
Why did you give me
Like, I hear he
$50
doesn't
exactly?
even play video
Do you-
games.
A, because I have money to blow.
Right.
B, I'm bored and I wanted to chat on this stuff. And C, I'm looking to get recognized around people, and I think that this is a good way to do it. Just kind of try to weasel my way into podcasts and shit.
Well, not weasel, but
Hey.
like spend money into it.
Well, hey, it works. I'm here, and you guys are tolerating me.
No, man, you like I was a little bit
Or
worried.
so
Like,
you think.
is this guy gonna be like come on here and be like some sort of a some sort of a horrible troll person?
No. If we were talking about Metal Gear, I might be.
I am fine with this. Let's talk about Metal Gear. We're in Mad Gear zone, so it would be appropriate.
I know that there's a guy named Snake, and he's a sneaky guy.
If you want to
Okay, you gotta
this
back
through
up a
by
little
about
bit. There's a
8
guy
hours,
named
I think
Big
I can do a
Boss.
full
He
summary
had
of the
two
series.
baby clones, actually 3 baby clones.
Oh
Uh,
right, how could I have been so foolish?
One of them had hair. There's robots.
There's
and-
liquid and solid and
There's
gas.
nano machines.
Big Boss was considered to be the world's greatest soldier, and they decided to do a cloning project in called Les Enfants Terribles, taking 2 fetuses that they implanted in a surrogate mother, which eventually became Solid and Liquid Snake. A third was later created to be a perfect clone of him that aged faster and eventually became the 43rd President of the United States.
I swear, everybody says Metal Gear is so good, and I probably believe them, but God, you cannot sum this stuff
No.
up.
It would take me about another 8 hours to fully sum up the entire series. I plan
And
on
even
playing
if
through it
Play the game.
on my channel
you
at some
still
point.
wouldn't know what's going on.
That
Basically, all you need to know is Metal Gear Solid 3 is the single greatest achievement in video game history until Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out, and then we can all bitch about microtransactions.
I am really looking forward to MGS 5.
Speaking of
Oh,
microtransactions,
God.
we already brought up Sonic Runners, right?
Yeah, we talked about that
Yeah.
earlier. We can talk about it again though. There's probably been a
I
lot
need
of
to
turnover.
download that.
What the
I need to
dumbest
download
thing?
that,
The
actually.
dumbest thing about it is how it's online only.
Really?
Yeah. And like I
I
mentioned,
didn't know that.
I do not have a. I don't think I have a particularly robust like a data plan. So
As
I'm
long
not.
as you're on Wi-Fi, you can play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it kind of defeats the purpose of it being a mobile game.
That's why I mainly use my phone for emulators.
I haven't played Runners yet.
It's a pretty okay game, but it's kind of locked behind a lot of microtransaction premium stuff.
Yeah, that's what the retro review of it said. The only thing I really know about it is I read the thread a little bit when it came out in like Canada and Japan a couple months ago. And
I should mention it's probably better about that stuff than say Dash.
I guess it's not supported on my phone. That sucks.
Like,
Dash is
probably...
interesting.
One thing
Did you know they're doing a crossover with Angry Birds on Dash?
That's bizarre.
Yeah, I mean...
I know.
Hasn't Angry Birds kind of faded at this point?
Definitive Dub says,
Well,
did the
considering
Scottish guy
Angry
leave?
Birds-
I don't know, did he? I think that's Lewis. Lewis, are you still around?
No, Donkey.
Yeah, I'm still here. So
Okay.
If he's talking about Shay, then yeah, he
Yeah, Shay left. Lewis is still here.
I'm still. The other Scottish guy is still here. I've just been a bit quiet. That's all.
No problem.
Because it is like 2 o'clock in the morning here, but I can stay for an hour, and then that's when I kind of have to say goodbye.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
You should do your best James Bond impression. It'll be funny.
Oh god, the wall!
No.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty good.
I remember the wall costing me quite a few lives the first time I played this.
Yeah, it's a good album too.
Yeah.
Not a good wrestler though. The Wall was not a good professional wrestler.
Now you guys got me thinking about Vine Sauce. Damn it. Do any of you know about Vine Sauce?
I'm not sure if I do or
I
not.
keep
Is
getting
it a
it.
channel?
I keep getting it confused with Vsauce.
That was the first thing that came to mind for me too. Yeah.
Actually, Vine Sauce was around first. It's a streaming community, and the main guy is probably one of the funnier people on the internet. He streams almost every night. I don't know. You'd have to check it out and catch a stream or two.
Well, if he streams every night, I don't even know if I mean, I'm well aware of Vine Sauce, but I don't even know if I want to get into it.
Oh, you can always watch the VODs. He does a full Sauce channel where he uploads full streams.
Well, I mean, I could tell you, me and like Proton John streams are always a conundrum.
Oh, you mean Bruce Willis?
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Yes, he got it! I was hoping you would get that joke.
For the sake of...
I
have lost the thread of conversation now, by the way.
I'm not even sure that I have it anymore.
You ever heard of the Completionist?
I think we're talking about Metal Gear still. I think this could still be Metal Gear.
Sure.
I think we're talking about how Bruce Willis is going to play Solid Snake.
Hey, if they get Bruce Willis for Snake in the Metal Gear movie, I'll be happy. I
Are they
prefer
making-
Jason Statham.
Are they making a Metal Gear movie?
They are.
They
Well,
can't.
they say they are.
Is it based
Yeah,
on?
I mean,
is it based on David Hayter's script, or is it going to be something else?
I honestly don't know. I just know that Kojima is working with him on it, or at least last we checked.
Right.
Now we don't know what the hell Kojima's doing.
Speaking of movies, and to kind of be more relevant, how about that live-action Sonic movie?
Oh God,
Oh,
no!
yeah.
Stop
I forgot
it.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
You mean the hedgehog?
Hmm.
Or the... that.
Like, isn't it by the people who did the Smurfs?
Oh, it's gonna suck.
Where's my knife?
Okay, the chat is complaining that we're not reading the chat, so let's read the chat.
Sorry,
Rip all
guys.
reading chat.
Rise from your grave.
Rise from your grave.
Rest in peace, all chat reading 2015 to 2018.
Okay, Alien 142 wants to know, anyone know how I can learn to edit stuff like Josh? Okay.
Apparently, according to Itskino, everybody watching the stream was born this year. They were all literally born yesterday.
According to Alien Run 42, we should go to Shay's Sonic Spitball Part 1. It keeps hitting 7. So I'm gonna do that and see what happens.
I kind of want to try this.
Probably
Come
crap.
to your dome.
Did you know YouTube has a
When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wily.
Oh,
We
God,
find
Mega
that
Man
Indy
8.
will find Dr. Wowie.
I have a copy of that,
Man.
and I'm actually very happy that I do, because I actually like that game.
I like Mega Man 8. The voice acting is really corny, but I do think it's a good game.
Mega Man X4
Why must we
has
fight?
the
We are
better
not
voice.
enemies.
I do too, but hey, hang on just a second here. I do want to answer Alien Run's question. Okay, as far as editing stuff like me, here's sort of how I came to it. Because I started out doing a Let's Play channel,
You start out with Windows Movie Maker and you hate yourself.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. I edited...
That's the stage I'm at.
I edited these are completely
Oh, yeah.
lost episodes. I don't even have them anymore. But I did Kirby Superstar and Mortal Kombat, like the 20.
Oh, I forgot about Mortal Kombat. I remembered Superstar, but I forgot Mortal Kombat was a thing.
Am I the only person in the world who doesn't like the Super Nintendo?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, they're expensive right now.
I've got an FC3 that I use to play games for that.
I typically use a Retron 3, just because it's the most convenient thing on hand.
I need
That being,
Metron 5.
the input
Anyway, Josh,
lag,
continue.
the input lag is crazy terrible on it right now.
Alien Run wants to say that you need to spam 6 on Shay's video, not 7. But anyway,
Okay, yep.
I got a program called Cyberlink Power Director, and it's
Oh my god, it's so funny.
that.
it's not Premiere, and it's not like Vegas, it's not like industry standard, it's not professional, but that's what I edited all the Let's Plays on, and that like. Because I was just editing Let's Plays, it sort of gave me a chance to learn like the ins and outs of the program.
It's on sale for only $70 right now.
Yeah, it's actually much cheaper
Yeah.
too compared to the others.
Hey, you guys want to hear it?
Go ahead.
Here, hang, give me a second. This is hitting 6 over and over again.
It's really quiet.
I'm gonna pick this. Let's stop.
Make it stop!
Well, that's brilliant.
Ooh,
Oh god, I hate this zone.
I thought it was
Yeah,
going
me
to sound
too.
like he was
Sonic
saying
just brings a
something.
rocket out of his arse.
I thought it was gonna blow up.
Alien Run also
I
asked
thought-
if I've ever played I Want to Be the Guy. And yes, I have. I played it. I never beat it, of course, but I did play it quite a lot.
I got to the second boss and couldn't get past it.
I played, I think, like halfway through the game, and then I got bored and cheated.
Actually, no, I actually made it to Dracula, but couldn't beat him.
I don't know where. I actually don't know if I got halfway through the game. It might have just been to Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's the first boss.
Yeah, I know.
Some of you guys might
I
remember
just-
Steven from the Let's Play days. He actually got to the final boss of I Want to Be the Guy, and as far as I know, that's still where he's stuck.
Rip Steven.
What's that?
I said Rip Steven.
Yeah.
Rip and pepperoni.
Gone but not forgotten.
There's an achievement in this zone for making it through the entire thing without getting hit.
Fuck
Yeah.
that achievement.
I had it on the PS3, I think. Yeah.
There's an achievement in episode 2 for beating every boss as Supersonic. You know how hard that is?
Quite hard.
Because half the time you have to turn off Supersonic and use Tails' ability, and if you run low on rings, you can't transform, so you're screwed.
I don't think I ever got that one at all.
I actually thought you were being sarcastic about it being hard, but I didn't think of Tails.
So like, you
No,
always
they
have to
actually
keep
make
above
using
50 rings.
Supersonic a challenge.
Kino actually apparently wants to get Sammy Classic Sonic fan in on this. And how much money would he have to pay?
How much money would he have to what?
Oh god, that name's ringing a bell. Who
He'd have
is
to pay for
that?
it to get this Sammy Classic Sonic fan in.
I could pay
That
Sammy
name
to
is-
come here.
The name is ringing a bell, but I do not know who it is.
Well, I think the rule should be you have to pay more than the previous person, so $100.
I don't know.
I'll drink
say
to that.
100 gems.
$1,000.
That's a little excessive.
$1 million.
Hey, if you donate $1,000, I have to buy Sonic Boom and stream it and stream that entire game.
I'm not
Good
gonna
luck.
waste that much money.
I don't blame
Nor
you.
am I gonna. Nor am I
I-
gonna give you that much pain. I like you too much.
I have this perverse fascination with trying that game out, but I don't want to pay very much for it.
Looks like a bounce pad. Looks like a bounce pad.
Okay, here's
Ring.
what
Is
you
that a
do.
bounce pad?
There's a semi-functional Xbox 360 emulator in existence. Go find that and run Sonic 06 through it,
yeah,
and you'll get
I
about the
saw-
same experience.
I saw the video. Don't worry.
Yeah.
If I can, maybe if we...
So there's somebody in the chat asking what it would take to get some child who screams about Sonic in the Skype call.
I don't know who that is, but I'll tell you what.
I
Maybe
don't know what that's about.
Maybe if we can raise like 2,000, not only will I play Sonic Boom, but I will probably be able to get the Sonic Shoe guy on that stream with me.
Can we not? That guy is the single worst person in the world.
If you
Did
don't,
he, like,
I'd be
slit
alright
the
with
throat
talking
of
to him.
GameStop employee?
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
reach
No, he maced him.
if we reach $3,000, Josh will eat Sonic Boom.
Oh God. No, he was super upset. Like it's apparently it's not that Sonic Boom is a horrible game. His problem
It's
with
just
it
Sonic has blue arms.
is that Sonic has blue arms. That's
Yeah, I thought he slit the throat of a GameStop employee.
no, he
because
didn't
got
slit his
into such
throat.
a
He just
fit.
maced him. Well, just, but yeah, he
Oh yeah, he just made.
he just maced him. No
Must have
big
been-
deal.
There must have been some other.
And then he had to cry about it. He just gets a. I mean, who? You know.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I was reading the newest part of the Sonic Worlds Collide, and Styx said to Sonic, "Why don't you? How can you beat the enemies without your sports tape? Sports tape?"
Holy shit! They referenced that.
Yeah, and then she's in an earlier bit she's with Knuckles and these weight
Haters
lifting
gonna
weights,
hate.
and she's saying for him to he needs to get bigger and stronger, and it's like I get stronger.
That reminds me of when they actually made the whole Lex Luthor 40 cake thing as canon.
I just want to say I hate this
terrible.
boss.
Oh, I know.
Sonic,
He does the whole egg viper thing at the end too, and I fucking hate that.
That's the part I hate the most because I have to play through it like 3 or 4 times.
Am I missing something, or is this not the same boss from that other game?
It kind of looks like it right now.
It starts out that way, but then he goes all
Berserk.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
like he is right now.
And then Sega and Dimps and all that were like, hey, me too.
I will be back in a couple minutes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mute my mic.
No problem.
I personally prefer the Sonic 2 version of this boss because
I have a feeling you're not alone.
No, definitely not.
probably just the music that gets me
Oh.
for the final boss.
I can't believe I caught that ring.
Da, da, la.
But it's not gonna matter.
Is there pinch music for the final boss? I forget.
I don't think so. I have the stream muted right now, so I
Same
wouldn't.
here.
If I die to the Egg Viper thing, I might just call it good because I've survived for a long time like this. What you guys are doing here is actually an
We're
improvement.
going.
Hang on 3, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Down, 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 down,
This is so out of sync.
I know.
I don't know what you people are doing.
What's going on?
Going back in time to another world.
Where you can
I
be mine. Oh god,
I
here
sort
we
of
go.
wish this was like Sonic Generations, where you could just like put arbitrary songs.
Introducing Sega Saturn.
Holy crap, I didn't die. I
I
almost
think
always die.
Like that's just like the greatest thing about like hyperbole, of course, but like one of the best things about Sonic Generations is that you can play any of the unlockable songs on anything. Like if
Yeah.
you want to fight the final boss, the Splash Hill, you can do
It's
it.
Kino says, if we reach $1 million, 24 hours of Sonic Shuffle. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
me
agree
too.
wholeheartedly.
I mean, if we
I'm
reach
down.
$1 million, I'll do all sorts of things.
Well, my.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, if we reach $1 million, I'll freaking drive to Tennessee and join a.
That reminds me, Josh, I expect my channel to be plugged and I be listed as the sponsor for the Sonic Advance Geek Critique.
Absolutely. No problem.
Oh, you're getting plugged, all right.
Can I get an IOU for some endorsement? Oh, Josh, I think you missed a couple. Missed a couple rings.
Yeah, I did.
I hate that. Did you know the amount of rings you collect actually affects the pose he does in that stance?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
If you can get
And
all the
I don't think it's
rings-
possible to get them
If
all.
you can get all the rings and you have all the emeralds, then he turns into Super Sonic.
I've never seen that.
JYNCKS is now hosting you for 9 viewers. I did not know you could do that on Twitch. Shows you what I know about Twitch. But thank you.
Yeah, you can host.
what
Basically,
You can do that for streams that have like sub-only chat, or like if it's in a different language for some kind of sport. So
no, you can host
it's got
for
some
anything,
uses.
really. Anybody can host
Yeah, but
anyone's
I mean,
channel.
those are some like uses that would be actually like
Oh,
really helpful.
I guess. But really, what it does is you get the chat from the channel that's hosting, but you get the video from the channel that's being hosted. So they wouldn't be in this chat, but they'd be watching us.
Well, greetings, hosted viewers.
Hi.
Hello.
They're pirating our stream.
Can't stop
They're
the
stealing
signal.
the airwaves.
They're stealing
Call
what
the
we don't
internet
know.
police.
DEFCON
Consequences will
1.
never be the same.
DEFCON 1.
You done
Pirate
goofed.
Twitch station. It's Jet Set Sonic.
Alien Run wants to know what getting plugged means. It depends on the context, but in this case, it means that it's what me and the DK Vine guys do to each other all the time. Oh dear.
Whoa.
No, we.
Whoa!
That's why you like them so much.
Can I get a refund?
No, it means basically I'm like in the context of the Sonic Advance video, I'm gonna be like, this video is sponsored
Bend
by what's your name, Tyler Fox,
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you can just
Go check out
call
his
me the
channel at-
Pokemonologist.
and then I'll give his channel.
Yay.
Yay!
So how much do you charge for flattering prefixes?
For flattering prefixes.
Like, how much do I have to pay to get you to refer to me as the amazing Dustin?
About Tree Fitty.
Dustin V. Well, the word master is already in your name, so it's already
Yeah,
pretty clear that
it's
you're an
what-
authority on the subject.
It's one of those.
Pokemonologist was a pretty clever username. I've never seen it used anywhere else before.
You've never seen what?
Pokemologist used anywhere before
Yeah, yeah.
aside from my own stuff. So I thought it was pretty clever. I figure if I ever do competitive gaming, I'll show up in a lab coat.
My username is one of those things that I've had since I was like pretty young, and I'm just too lazy and OCD to change.
It's Kino wants to know how much I would charge for a larger font on the name crawl for Patreon subs. I've never thought of that. Nobody's ever suggested that before, but I mean, I guess.
Is that even necessary?
How much do we have to pay to get it to fill the entire screen?
Yes. 62-point font.
Extra $3, you get a flashy GIF.
62 casual.
Casual.
I don't know. I've been
Yeah,
thinking
you
about the
should.
Patreon. At some point, I'll probably like re-add some tiers and stuff, and be like, you know, at this amount, I'll do a video on a game you want. But I'm just like, there's too many games that I have in the queue. There's too much stuff that I want to do right now.
Like you don't want to do that, because I swear I will make a game and then I will have you do a video on
I'm
it.
perfectly okay with that.
I will make you talk about Metal Gear if this is the case.
Metal Gear.
I would love to talk about Metal Gear eventually, anyway.
Make you do a video on Castlevania, and I'll think it's really funny.
That
I
I
was
would
on a
have trouble
Castlevania
with. Castlevania, I'd
binge.
have trouble with.
I was on a bit of a binge of the
So-
series over the last month. My current favorite is Rondo of Blood, actually.
It's one of the best ones for sure.
Yeah.
Itskino is he's getting rather restless. I think you ought to boot up Shuffle.
Do we have to?
I don't think I could if I wanted to, honestly.
yeah.
Let me check.
You have to wait. You have to wait. We basically, what needs to happen is you have to fly all of us down there so that we can properly do the multiplayer.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
just
One of
just
those
donate
ill-fated
several
Dreamcast games that
$1,000s
had
so I can
online?
fly everyone to my location so we can play Sonic
think so.
Shuffle multiplayer.
It'd probably be easier to fly people to my location. I've got a 5,500 square foot house.
Would you quit
Damn.
bragging already? Jesus Christ. Let me guess, that's your plane, right?
No, I live with my dad because he's disabled and someone has to take care of him.
You should also fly people out who are
Yeah, that
within
would
driving
be cool.
distance, like myself. I think it'd be really funny.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Get
Just
you on a
fly-
commercial plane to go 3 miles.
Hey, I do want to
Yeah, just
ask everyone
flying,
something.
like-
I had originally planned because I was like, hey, it's a $50 thing. I'm not gonna. I don't know if we'll hit that or not. So, this was the only idea I had for a bonus goal for Sonic 4. So I didn't split it up between episode 1 and 2. But can anyone think of what might make for a good bonus goal for Sonic 4 episode 2? And I already know that Kino was going to suggest Sonic Shuffle.
Back.
What's that?
Bring back the podcast.
Bring back the
Ship it.
podcast.
I already said Sonic Generations Omochao Edition.
That'd be a good one. So, nobody tell me what that is because I honestly don't know.
If you lose your sanity, I apologize in advance.
I'm just gonna say it's very crude.
It's Kino wants to know
It's
how much
great.
I would charge to reduce the font size of another person on the Patreon name crawl. Well, who did you have in mind?
Bastard. It's just a dick move.
How about? I don't know how much you would do it, but how about you?
That's more. That requires a more sophisticated term. That is a penile advancement.
How about for a stream or something? So it could be for do you stream Puyo Puyo 2 or Puyo Puyo Sun or one of the Puyo
Alien Run
games that
42
isn't Dr.
suggesting Freedom
Robotnik's?
Planet. That might not be bad actually.
What's that?
Alien Run 42 suggested Freedom Planet.
Freedom Planet. The thing about that is I've only played it for about an hour, and I want to play it for myself first.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
Apparently it's Sonic 3, but good.
Retro64Z says I have to play Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure. I like that one. That's a pretty good one. And
Big
SKM,
Cat.
I like-
Pow, etc. said the metal episode. I like the metal episode idea too. Because that's sort of part of the same game. It would fit well.
It's really short though.
Yeah, true.
It's 4 levels.
You can make that $5.
Yeah.
Bubsy visits
about
the art
it.
museum. That's pretty good.
A Saturn version of Sonic 3D Blast.
I don't have that much time to spend looking at loading screens. If I was gonna do that, I'd just play Sonic Shuffle.
Okay, well, it looks like we're looking at the greater of two evils.
Oh, the loading screens in Sonic 06. Oh, I said one line. Loading screen.
I'm just glad nobody's suggesting Sonic Free Riders because I will come through their computer screen and shoot them in the face.
Well, again,
Hey, how about Sonic?
even if I wanted to play Sonic Free Riders, I do not have the equipment to do that.
I do.
How about that Sonic Free Riders?
2,000 years later.
Damn it!
That's a
I've
that's a
actually
long
played
wait.
Free Riders, and not only is it the worst controlling game I've ever played in my life, but it literally left me physically sore afterwards.
God.
Which isn't as bad as Secret Rings, which almost gave me tendinitis.
Fuck that game.
Hang on, I'm making a straw poll.
You obviously didn't give it every single drop of all you got.
Sonic and Black Knight is better than Secret Rings.
Okay,
It is.
I've got Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure. I've got the metal episode.
Omochao.
Omochao. Yep, that's a good one.
Omochao.
This is gonna be great. Give him your money.
Show him the money.
Hey, I like to lead by example.
I am. You've got me interested in Omochao Edition now. So even if it doesn't win the straw poll here, I'll probably make it a bonus goal later on.
Trust
Hooray.
me, you're not going to be able to tolerate it for more than about 5 minutes.
I think it's only affects the first couple of levels though, so I think he'll be all right.
You could just do it right now before episode 2, and it wouldn't make that much of a difference.
Well, I would have to download it though. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah, that's a valid point.
And so
Yo, I'm
far,
voting for the
Generation
Metal
Omochao
Gear
Edition
episode,
is
right?
leading.
Funny story I once did about Generations. I once improperly installed a mod, and for whatever reason it caused every single texture in the game to turn red. The ironic thing is I was doing a shadow character swap mod.
Well, it sounds like it just applied Shadow's texture to everything.
I think it might have.
All right, with 10 votes, Omochao Edition is currently winning the straw poll.
Alien Run wants to know if he can join the Skype.
I think 5 is enough.
5 is enough. If anybody
then,
wouldn't mind leaving, we could make room for Alien Run.
Hey, I paid to be here. I'm not leaving.
That's fine.
My only thing is that I'm not sure when I'm actually going to have to go proper, and Like for all I know, it could be really soon.
All right.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and also we got to remember
for
the definitive dubs is next. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'll probably be leaving when it hits 3 o'clock for me, like in the morning. So that's like
like a
23
half an
minutes
hour?
left.
All right.
Yeah. Because I think because usually 3 o'clock's kind of me for late nights like this.
That's usually when I start recording my videos, actually.
Okay, I got it. Stretch goal, $200. You have to share your desktop, and we get to look inside all your folders.
Oh dear.
Show us.
Where does he
tax
hide his
returns.
porn?
Be warned, it looks like Windows XP.
Well, I wouldn't say that. What if you see something that isn't tax returns? If you catch my drift.
And it's actually tax returns. Wink.
With me, you would find piles and piles of ROMs, basically, on mine. Because that's all that I keep on my computer is Steam games and emulators.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If you're saying Omochao Edition, like that's not gonna take too long anyway, so I'm gonna make that the $10 bonus goal. If we get to 20,
Yay.
then I'll do Big the Cat and Sonic Adventure because that's I know that's gonna take a little while.
No, it should be Big's Fishing Derby.
That worked too.
But what about the Metal Gear? I want to see the Metal Gear.
We don't have.
All right, middle
12
episode's
hours to play
$30.
through
That'll
Metal Gear
work.
Solid 1.
That's why, I mean, this thing's going to get real crazy. We get like 20 hours deep into original PlayStation. We start playing the VR missions. It's going to be great.
The VR missions are not worth the time that takes to play them. It's only if you really have
Exactly.
nothing better to do and just love Metal Gear 1's mechanics. Oddly enough, I prefer the PlayStation version of the GameCube remake.
If we gain, 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 if we gain.
If we gain.
Oh, but you have to do no way first.
That's a good idea. Somebody just dropped the call, by the way. They may be back now. I
Sorry
don't know.
about that. My internet just took a crap.
Did you pick up after it?
It's weird, my internet just died for a moment there.
No worries. Okay, that's a really long text scroll, but there we go.
Well, you got to make it go by really fast.
Yeah, can you make it a little faster?
I can make it a little
Just
faster.
make it a blur.
There we go.
Vintage medical photos that will make you glad you're not living in the 1800s. Oh yeah, we're gonna get weird tonight.
That's a little faster.
How would I go about, like, posting a picture in chat, I wonder? Is there something you guys need to see?
Alright, if we reach 20, it'll be either Big's Fishing Derby or Big Stages in Sonic Adventure. We'll do another straw poll to determine that.
You can send photos amongst
just-
the Skype chat.
I just
you
caught
can?
up to the part where it's sped up.
Yeah.
Well, then hang on, I need to show you guys this. It is a t-shirt that I made myself, one of a kind, and I think it is the single greatest thing to ever grace the world.
Go ahead and post it in the chat, too.
If I could figure out how to do that.
You probably have to have a Twitch account.
Well, I do,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's just I
Well,
need to,
that's
like,
just the-
upload it to the internet.
Right.
That's just the first step.
Do you have a DeviantArt account or anything like that? Or Twitter?
I did about 5 years ago.
Then I don't know what else.
Yeah, I did. I had a DeviantArt like 5 years ago.
I don't think I ever signed up for DeviantArt. I knew plenty of people who did. Ooh, we get to watch the opening. Oh, am I just gonna play episode metal anyway?
Okay, here we go. I just uploaded the picture into the Skype chat.
Yeah, Jirachi says use Imager. I always use Imager.
I made that shirt myself.
on.
Get down.
Alien Run 42 says no voicing. Boo! I'm not sure what he's referencing specifically.
I think it's me. I'm sorry.
Right. Out of curiosity, this has come up a few times. Like when you were, I thought about when you were talking about SpongeBob earlier. How old is everyone here anyway?
I am 21.
21.
17, but I'm gonna be 18 in a month.
Right.
I am 17, coming 18 next year.
Oh,
my God.
We got some minors in the
Oh
chat.
yeah.
So I'm the old one. Great.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 28 for now.
For now.
For now, what are you getting younger?
Exactly.
Sylvania Castle Zone. What a ripoff.
And for the
Forgot about
record,
that.
I am 27.
Really?
Yeah.
Never would have guessed.
Well, I mean, I think if you watch my videos, you can figure it out.
Well, according to your videos, you were 6.5 for like 10 years.
What's that? Oh yeah, where I was 6.5 years old for 10 years.
Well, you played a Super Nintendo when you was younger. Or my first console was a PlayStation, which quickly turned into a Dreamcast.
Well, what an improvement, jeez. How did it do that?
Console was a PlayStation, then it became PlayStation 2.
I think piracy was involved. That's how I got most of my games back in the day. My dad just pirated all my games
Right.
for me. And since I had a Dreamcast, I was set.
Well, that system was very good
Looking
at...
back, I kind of feel bad about that, but... I kind of feel bad retroactively, but not anymore, now that the system's dead.
Well, you didn't know at the time.
Yeah, the damage is done.
Yes, the damage is in fact done.
I
Damn it, Immature. Why won't you upload faster?
do feel like people kind of like I see people sometimes sort of overstating the effect of piracy on the Dreamcast's failure. I don't think it was that much of a contributing factor.
I ought to get a Dreamcast sooner or later.
I just got a Dreamcast last year, actually.
I sold a bunch of them, like, in the past. I had like 5 of them I got from my uncle, because he used to collect them for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making like $30 a piece off of them. I didn't want to like charge too much.
By the way, let's
Yeah,
do
yeah.
Sonic. Let's do an episode 2 special stage as well. Oh, the chat's also listing off how old they are. 22, 17, 24, 15. Man, it's Kino for somebody who loves Sonic Shuffle so much. Like, you're not that much older than the game itself.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but you mentioned Sonic R coming out in 1997. I'm like, wow, Sonic R is as old as I am.
Jeez.
I still have a copy of the PC version of that game.
Same here.
If I'm going to play it, though, I'll play the Gems Collection on GameCube. Because I'm not going to freaking go through the trouble of running Windows compatibility mode just to play Sonic R. I mean, that just sounds like way more trouble than it's worth.
Oh, the Half-Life special stage. That's very original.
Nicholas is here and
It's
says
not-
he's from DK Vine. Alien Run says Josh in all caps. What? What is it?
It's not entirely a half-pipe. Sometimes it becomes a full pipe.
Also, they never do special stages like this.
Yeah, it's such an original concept, running down a half pipe and collecting rings.
Hey, it's so better than freaking Sonic Heroes. Oh my god, I hate that special
To be
stage.
fair,
That's for sure.
They
that was
reused those special stages in the
that was-
3DS version of Generations.
Sonic Heroes. I was about to say that that's a half pipe, but it's really more like a full pipe.
I
Alien.
love Sonic Heroes, believe it or not. That is one of my guilty pleasure games.
Oh, I
I
love
actually-
that game. I just hate the special stages.
I
Yeah.
actually do kind of like Sonic Heroes. Like, it's not going to be making it into my top 5 anytime soon. But I feel like I definitely don't get that feeling of like I'm wasting my time. I could be playing something better at least.
Sonic Heroes is another game I can't really discuss right now because I'm about to do a video about it. But
It reminds me of Video Game Donkey's top 100 games, and slots 32 through 27 were Crazy Taxi.
yes, I
pretty good list.
say the names of people in the chat room sometimes.
Time to make some crazy money.
Okay, Alien
I love
Run wants me
Crazy
to play with the
Taxi. I have a
keyboard.
Crazy Taxi 3 full arcade machine in my basement.
You do?
Yes.
Alien Run wants me to play with the keyboard for some reason. Why do you want me to do that? And Nicholas is from DK Vine as well. Or maybe from DK Vine too, because I remember at one time Chad and Heil were going to shut down DK Vine and do Greenporn City instead. And this sounds very strange if you don't know what I'm talking about. And there was like a DK Vine 2 that sprang up.
I don't, and I can confirm it sounds very bizarre, and I don't know if I want to know.
I gotta admit, this was so worth the $50 coming on here.
I'm glad
You should
that
play
way,
with tilt controls.
Yeah, tilt controls.
Tilt the menus.
I'm using tilt controls.
I mean, I definitely got my money's worth.
Hopefully this secures me a spot and coming back on here sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Awesome.
Like I said, you haven't been like like the one time that I was a little bit worried was when you were like shortly before you came on in the chat. I was like, my name is like you give me your chat name, and then you were like, let me on. Like you were really in a big hurry to do it, and I'm like, oh god, he's gonna get on here and say something just completely awful, isn't he?
I mean, truth be told, I was mostly joking about being on here. I didn't actually think that was a very good idea.
No, you've been fine.
There's no such thing as good ideas, only good results.
That sums up most of my life.
I just came on here because I wanted a little fun, and to show to show my appreciation for the Sonic games.
Yeah, that had a bit of it. That had a bit.
Plus,
of
it's nice to have
part
another Tennessean on here. I feel.
What's Tennessee like?
What am
Does
I?
it suck as much as people say it does?
It's not Mississippi. It's not Alabama, you know.
Sweet.
No, it's not Sweet Home.
I'm pretty sure that's the state slogan. At least it's not Alabama.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, Ohio is nothing to see since like 1860 or whenever it was founded. I saw a shirt on TV and it was the funniest thing.
It's Kino.
Well, our state slogan is "Don't like the weather, fuck you."
It's Kino is
Actually,
saying.
I think it's what they had on The Simpsons, where it was Tennessean is Tenna believin'. I'm pretty sure that's the official slogan.
Oh, that sounds so asinine.
It's Kino was talking about worrying about time zones. For one thing, I'm not going to be playing Sonic Heroes because I would have to play as characters who are not Sonic. But for another,
It's not Sonic.
Well, you
characters.
don't have to. It just makes the game a lot harder.
if I,
He's
I mean,
a
is this just all
fanboy.
about Sonic and just Sonic?
yeah,
If
it's
that's the
just
case,
Sonic.
why are you playing episode 2?
What are you, Sega?
See, when Tails is flying upward there, that's Sonic just squeezes his hand, and that's what my button input does.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not actually playing as Tails in that case. I'm just... I'm just making that up, of course.
I mean, I appreciate and respect all the Sonic series has done, aside from Boom. I don't like Boom. But I understand it has its ups and downs.
Lots of respect for
I try to
06,
find
I
the
agree.
best out of everything there is. I can still play and appreciate 06 even, just because it's fun as hell to glitch out.
Yeah,
I mean, say what you will, Sonic
Okay.
Boom has been a constant source of entertainment for me.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I think someone else said this, but I actually do think Shadow is worse than 06.
In terms of enjoyability, I will agree, but Shadow is a much better actual game.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you can
I feel like-
I agree
enjoy
with
06 more because it's just hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is, 06 is at least hilarious. I feel like Shadow just fills me with this emptiness. like once I get past the fact that, oh look,
You know what would fill that
Where's
emptiness?
that damn fourth
Find
emerald?
that damn fourth Chaos Emerald.
yeah, I should have seen that coming.
Damn.
My
But
favorite thing to do in 06 is if you get the sky blue gem that lets
Oh,
Sonic
God,
teleport,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
throw it straight up a wall, he will jump into the atmosphere.
sometimes it'll even like clip through the wall.
If anybody's been able to do in Sonic 06, get Silver out of the box for the boss.
Oh, you wait. What were you saying?
If you ever had
you know,
Silver throw you clear out of the skybox in
Oh,
his boss
yeah,
fights.
yeah.
No, but I.
It's
no,
no
but I've
use!
actually
Take
seen.
this.
I have never done that myself, but I've actually seen a video of someone who has done it.
Damn, we've been detected. SBO from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Somebody wants to know if I will upload this live stream to YouTube. Yes, that is the plan. But it'll go on the TGC Classic channel.
I'm gonna be YouTube famous.
And done. That was easy.
Office will be.
I don't know. I don't consider myself YouTube famous just yet, so I don't know if that would count for YouTube.
Well, then I want a refund.
Oh man.
I thought you were working on it.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Josh was talking about time zones, and then Shadow happened.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
what I was saying was.
That's how it goes.
What I was saying is, I don't know exactly how much longer the stream's going to go for today. I feel like, I don't know. It sort of depends on who's still around, I guess. Although it's still pretty early, isn't it? I definitely need, like, after this game, I'm definitely going to take a little bit of a longer break and get something to eat.
Oh well, let me know when you come
is
back.
it late? What is this? Is Friday, isn't it?
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Ah,
Well, Sunday for me, technically.
Dr.
Hey,
Corn's...
tell us all your address. We can order you a pizza.
That'd be great.
I think I've given you enough money.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
I agree.
If I order you a pizza, you should add that to your current total.
I love.
No,
the
you get him a pizza, and then he has to do a camera on his face while he's eating the pizza in the corner while he's playing Sonic. It's gonna be really good. I have good ideas tonight.
I don't know why. I just love the little tool that they give you in this boss, where it shows the aquatic ruin, making you think it's.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like really easy. It's actually pretty hard.
Dr. Corndog says I make this game look more fun than he remembers it. Yeah, I do that with lots of
really
bad Sonic
love the
games.
boss fights. They remind me of Knuckles Chaotix.
What does?
I actually
The boss fights in episode 2.
Yeah, I never thought of that before, but I can see
So
that.
this is one of the ones that I actually own, but it's the phone version, I think. This is the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, I got this one.
I own this on the Kindle as well, and I used to have it on the old PC before
Okay,
it died.
I'm finally gonna upload that link I was meaning to into the chat.
Right.
Of the best T-shirt ever.
Actually, I guess now that I think about it, I have a lot of PC Sonic games. That's kind of
I have all of the PC Sonic games.
there needs to be more PC Sonic games.
I wish they would port 06 to PC and just a condition where you can load it and let the fans have at it. Because I guarantee you, in 3 months, it'll become the best Sonic game ever made.
Well, I think
it was scheduled for a PC release at one time, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't
Was?
Yeah.
Isn't
And one of the posters it said Windows,
like
whatever.
isn't Sonic 2006 actually coded in like LUA or something?
What's that?
No, I think it's coded. I think it's coded in cottage cheese, because that's not how well it plays.
But I think a lot of people noticed that the code was actually super easy to edit or something. But I think the fact that you had to have like a modded Xbox or some such kind of kept
That was the
it.
kicker for me. I was gonna get a modded Xbox just so I could fuck around with the mods, but
And that's
oh,
where
I'm
you
sorry.
get
Should
Haley the
I be
Beloved
watching
dog.
my language?
I don't care.
I usually don't care. Okay.
I care.
I mean,
Well, if somebody else
when
cares.
I'm asked about how many fucks I don't give, my response is all of them.
My virgin ears.
I talked about this a little bit earlier, but like I said, chat turnover and all that. In my Geek Critique episodes, you might notice I hardly ever use any bad language whatsoever. It's been a long time since I have. I think I called Knuckles a badass in Sonic 3. And I called Sony...
There's no bad language, just bad intentions.
And admittedly, I called in the PlayStation Vita review. I called the designers of the PlayStation Vita bastards. So that was one of the worst ones.
I can agree to that.
Oh wow, you potty mouth.
I do love my Vita, but I cannot wait for them to finally hack it so I can run PS2 games on it.
I wouldn't mind.
That is what I am waiting for.
I wouldn't mind having one as like an indie machine, but the problem is that I kind of have this situation where I have like half my games on one account and half on another, and I already have some like PS Vita games I got for free is through like cross-buy or whatever,
right.
And I don't want to get.
I love about the Vita.
And I don't want to. Like they restrict it to like one account as far as I'm aware, so I couldn't use half the stuff.
There is a way to do another account on a Vita, but you need 2 memory cards for it.
Of
You would
course.
need 1 memory card for each account.
Yeah, I mean, like if I'm gonna be paying if I'm going to be paying at least $100 for that, I'm not going to want it to be such a pain in the butt.
If you want to get it more cheaply, try a PlayStation TV. It's like a console Vita, and it's like $40.
Yeah, it's
But you still gotta get
insane
memory card for it.
the sales that thing's going on.
I got one. I got mine after Radio Shack went under. they were just clearancing out everything, and I picked one up from there.
Anyway, what I was saying, the reason I bring up the bad language thing is because
Best level.
I do like this one, yeah. It's because like that's not the reason I rarely do it on my episodes is because like it's not because I have a problem with it, like, oh well that's wrong of you. No, like fuck that idea. It's more that like I feel like it's really, really overdone on like internet criticism videos of video games. Like I'll watch other YouTubers sometimes, and they'll just like throw in an F-bomb, and I'm like, is that like? It sounds so forced, you know.
To be fair, you could say that of like a lot of things on the internet, not just like video game criticism videos.
That's very true. And the other thing is, I kind of like the idea that like I know there are some pretty young, like some younger kids who watch my stuff. Like I've seen people come in and be like, you know, I'm like 11 years old and I just got a Nintendo 64, and I'm like, that's awesome, dude. And like I wanted
I'm 12. What is this?
Yeah, but
it's a Nintendo 64. Weren't you listening?
What's that picture that goes on the top of it? Where's the CD go?
Where do I put my credit card to buy DLC?
Where are the
You gotta use your
microtransactions?
hands? That's like a baby's toy.
How big's the hard drive?
So I guess the other thing is I'm like waiting to find something that like is really deserving of bad language,
Where do I scan
and that's
in
what
my
I'll do.
amiibos? I'm sorry, I took that joke too far.
What's that? I didn't
I've
hear
got
it.
Lucina.
I said, where do I scan in my amiibos?
I've got a Lucina amiibo. I
You
got it
Where's
bastard.
the
on Friday.
coin sloth?
Power Gale is crying about their virgin ears.
I had a gold Mario, but I sold it.
I have a silver Mario. I never had a gold.
I got $40 for my gold Mario.
I thought I was-
Nice.
I want to get a Robin.
I've got a
Oh.
Robin.
So
I
I
thought
just
I-
bought a Wii Fit trainer because I hate myself.
Why is
And
that?
It's sitting next to me.
How
I
much
don't
did you
know
end up
why
paying
I
for
keep
it?
buying these. No, it was like I got it at the store, so it was regular price.
Nice.
But like I
know the
keep
Wii
buying
was
these
half
amiibos and I don't do anything with them, and it's like every time I see one, I just buy it, and then it just sits here, and I hate myself.
Early on, I found both a Marth and a Wii Fit trainer at the same Toys R Us about a week apart from each other.
Did you buy them?
Of course, yes.
See,
But I still
The thing-
I remember the day that Smash 4 came out. I went and picked it up at midnight, and they had all the amiibo out.
Same
And I
here.
was like, okay, I'm gonna get 2. I'm just gonna get 2. And I was like, okay,
What are
what?
your
He was
guys'
like, what 2 do you want? And I'm
Smash
like, Donkey Kong and Samus. And I remember looking at the box of villagers right there, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get villager later. Never saw
Yeah.
villager
Are you
again.
still regretting that?
Yep.
At least the price of Villager's gone down. It used to be like $80.
Yeah, they have done a reprint of villager.
If
I feel like every
desperately
time I
want
look
one,
at these
order one
things, like
from
none
Japan.
of them are
Best
crazy
level.
anymore.
I've got.
It's
I've
like-
got.
Somebody saying this is the best level?
okay.
Oh
the
yeah.
thing-
Anyone who noticed the Twinkle Park / Panic
The-
Puppet remix in this zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about me and like Amiibo is that, as I have sort of joked with a friend, if you want an Amiibo to not be rare anymore, give me one, because the moment I have it, it's not rare anymore.
I drove 40 minutes out of my way just to get the Splatoon 3 pack.
That's
I've
not
got-
so
I've
bad,
got,
man. That really isn't.
I've got a Marth, Ike, Robin, Lucina, and Mega Man amiibo. That's all I've got.
But do you play Codename Steam? If
No,
not, you
I'm-
are wasting your potential with those amiibos.
I still need to get Codename Steam, but I plan on getting it at some point. I just not had the. I just keep forgetting about it, and
Buy it
It's cheap
used.
money.
It's honestly not that good of a game. I seriously hope they update it to include support for the Roy amiibo.
Yeah, it'd be kind of
Like,
weird
if they
didn't.
don't, I will be disappointed.
I'm definitely getting that Roy amiibo when it comes out.
I kind of want to get a Ryu amiibo.
They're talking about Mario, the Japanese version of Mario 2 in the chat, by the way.
It's a fine video game.
It's just Mario one with different levels. That's all it is, really.
It's Mario 1.
What
and
else
it
do you
hates your
need?
guts.
It's Mario 1, but it includes a steel rod to shove firmly into your anus before you play it.
Jirachi's,
That's what everybody needs.
Jirachi says they're
wait,
peeved
is
that the Inkling Squid amiibo is exclusive to the 3-pack.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It
Yeah.
is in America. In Europe, it was packaged with Splatoon special editions, and in Japan, you
Yes.
could buy it separately.
Yeah, like I don't
But in
think it wouldn't
America,
be
it's exclusive to the 3-pack.
it wouldn't be that
Yeah,
big of a
because-
deal to me
or-
if it wasn't for the fact that the 3-pack in particular is rarer than the other two.
I've got one on the shelf behind me.
Yeah, I mean I've got this Splatoon
Yeah.
pack too, but it's just like
I mean, I can be a squid, but I am completely unable to be a kid.
Not with that attitude.
or the other way around. I
yeah, it's the
guess.
other way around.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That was another thing too. Like I picked up Splatoon and I picked up the 3-pack, even though I really did not like what I played of like a test fire. But then I'm all like, whatever, we'll spend $90.
Whatever,
I hate
we'll
myself.
spend $90.
Like that's my
Don't
life. Like
worry,
I keep
we
buying
hate you
video
too.
games that I hate and I don't know why. But it actually